We're back, everybody.
With more Class 7.
Oop, turn that down. Okay. So I don't know if you remember what happened last time, but Empyrean Fortress.
Empyrean Fortress.
I don't know if you remember what that is. Do you remember what that is?
No.
Half a day passed in the blink of an eye. 5 towering spires had appeared throughout Erebonia, as well as a massive floating stronghold. At first, the people fell into a panic, but announcements from the Imperial government eventually calmed their unrest. And so, though some did so with exhausted resignation, and others with an eerie sort of excitement, all turned to face tomorrow's coming war.
Oh, no.
Oh, yes.
I forgot.
Well, now you remember.
It's basically the salt thingies.
Yep.
I do not like them.
Yep.
This is bad. We lost. Oh my god, that's right. I was lamenting because we lost.
I forgot I was sad. I'm sad again.
Yeah, I am sad again.
I forgot I had to be sad. Dear, why did I let you talk me into playing this again? Well,
Yeah, I should have been like, no.
Those on the Courageous Two quickly sent out emergency messages to all their allies. Together they worked tirelessly, attempting to make sense of the situation as much as possible. I don't even think Muse could have foreseen this. As a result, they concluded that the ancient floating fortress had appeared as part of the final stage of the Empire's curse. Its powerful energies would further twist and warp the people's minds in order to drive them to endless war and bloodshed. In addition, the true nature of the numerous white spires was instantly clear to those with ties to the church. They were nearly identical to the Salt Pale, the product of a singularity and the cause of the Northumbrian disaster 28 years ago. It was hypothesized they were created from residual matter of the original Salt Pale that had remained underground. However, unlike the original Salt Pale, these new ones did not convert their surroundings to salt. Rather, they appeared to be spiritually linked to the floating fortress. Alright, so that's a good thing, I guess. A multi-layered barrier was also observed surrounding the fortress, with initial analysis revealing it to be completely impenetrable. So let's penetrate it then. Shining book. Operation Jormungand showed no signs of slowing, but the resistance represented by Mio Mirage was also gathering momentum. Calvard, Liberal, and Remiferia mustered their forces, along with the support from the Viceland army. The time for the continent's two great powers to clash drew nearer and nearer, with the fate of the world hanging in the balance. Oliver, Reen, and the rest of the Radiant Wings would not stand idly by and watch fate unfold, however. As they were trying to decide their best course of action, they received an unexpected message from an old friend. It was George. He had called to fill them in on what was happening. The massive object that had appeared over the Osgiliath Basin was an ancient superweapon of the gnomes, the Tuatha De Danann, otherwise known as the Imperial Fortress. It was an airborne structure from before the Great Collapse that had been hidden away in a space-time distortion caused by the Great One's birth. For the past millennium, the gnomes had been carrying out large-scale renovations on the fortress. It had been converted to connect to the Pales and interface with the curse through them, turning it into the ideal stage for the rivalry of the Seven. It was there they intended to hold the final rivalry once the Great Twilight had reached its climax, all for the sake of reforging the Great One. However, though it was faint, a single spark of hope yet remained. The members of the Radiant Wings gathered together, joined by key personnel from Mille Mirage. And together they began devising an all-or-nothing plan to combat the dire situation before them. And so it was that on the eve of the clash between Jormungand and Mille Mirage, a third operation was born. Their course of action decided, all those involved gathered together at a certain location in Crossbell. Yep. September 1st. Nope, September 1st is tomorrow. August 31st, the eve of the war. So yeah, I don't think Operation Mille Mirage actually had anticipated that. I thought they were just building up a strong enough army to combat the army of Jormungand to help Calvard. But if we're coming together for both operations to make a different operation, then yeah. This is bad, dear. Real bad.
Nah, it's not good.
But hey, Ferris wheel. Are we actually going to do some crazy stuff in the Castle of Mirrors? That'd be cool. Or are we just putting up a big barrier all across Mishalam for protection and planning purposes? Ominous music while we're setting everything up. Hey, happy times. Yeah, we get the whole theme park to ourselves.
Yay.
Hooray. I mean, it's Mishi Park. It's fine.
Okay.
Cat Park.
I think it turned out very well. Thanks for your help, everyone.
It's not half bad if I do say so myself. Good work.
We should be thanking you guys. You're the ones who did the heavy lifting.
I still find it pretty hard to believe you were able to make a barrier over all of Mishalam.
It's something that could only be accomplished through combining the witch's spells, our stigmas, and the Merkaba.
Not to mention the raw power of 2 divine knights.
And then we were able to convert the Pantagruel's orbal energy into mana to sustain the barrier.
Ha ha ha! Such beautiful teamwork! If we can do something like this, the sky's the limit!
We ain't exactly here for a team-building exercise, you know.
You kind of are, Ash. We gotta figure
In
this
any
out.
event, the barrier should hold. At least for tonight.
It'll be able to absorb a few hits from any railway cannon shots that come our way. Not that we'll need to worry much about them, given they'll be busy with the war for the time being.
I'm sure as far as the Chancellor is concerned, we're simply some minor rabble, beneath his notice.
He probably sees us as nothing more than the opening act to the Great Twilight.
Opening act nothing. Doesn't he know we're the main event?
Oh, hey there, everyone.
Hey there,
Good to
squad.
see you guys. How are your rooms? Did you drop off all your things already?
Yeah. Honestly, I was blown away by how ritzy this place is.
Oh yeah, that's right, Estelle. You're just a simple country bumpkin girl.
I can't believe we have it all to ourselves. Right? Even locals like us don't get many chances to stay here.
The last time was when Mariabelle invited us after the trade conference.
Oh, man. That seems like it was 100 years ago.
Thinking back, it's kind of a bittersweet memory.
We still had a lot of fun, though!
Looking around, we've got quite the crowd here now.
Yeah, and a lot of us are from Thor's, too.
Yeah, just about everybody on the opposite side. Plus, we gotta get Emma over on that side. And then we gotta bring Alphen and Elise on the other side. Randy as well, he goes down. Then everybody else would technically be Thor's.
We might as well live it up then. This is our
Don't do
last
that,
night
well.
before
Oh, no,
everything
she
goes
does.
down, after all.
You're right. Tomorrow's when everything will be decided.
Our future rests on the success of Operation Shining Steel.
Stupid operation name.
Though honestly, it's still a pretty dicey plan.
Like, I'm mad.
You're mad?
Like, I didn't get to use Ren hardly at all.
Yeah.
When they opened up the game with having her in the party with Joshua, Estelle, and Lloyd and all them.
So, this is Operation Shining Steel then?
After reviewing the whole plan like this, it seems more reckless than it does bold.
We may not have much margin for error, but I think this could actually work.
So basically, we're gonna get a bunch of teams to raid all the salt pails at once, put them out of commission, and then have the Courageous 2 charge into the fortress while its barrier is down. That about sum it up?
Yes, but there's little chance that things will go so smoothly. I'm sure we'll have a number of unforeseen circumstances to deal with. Our top priority, however, is making sure the Divine Knights and Class 7 get to the target.
That's right. So even if something goes awry and the Courageous 2 is unable to land, we can continue with the plan. As long as Reen and the others can successfully board the fortress in time, we still have a chance.
Our foes will try to end the rivalry of the Seven as the Great Twilight reaches its climax. If we manage to seize control of the rivalries before then, however, we may be able to prevent them from achieving their goals.
At this point, they think they've already won. It's likely they'll welcome Instructor Reen since they need him to finish the rivalries. And that will be our chance.
That's all fine and good, but what about the salt pails? One glance and you could tell they're bad news. They're giving off one hell of an ominous vibe.
Yes. They seem to be pulsing with energy from the lower planes. And this same energy is what's letting them act as singularities, making them nearly impregnable.
Then how are we going to impregnate?
Further, given the devils that have been appearing all over lately, I get the feeling we may find even worse things protecting each of the pails.
Oh,
Yes. It's something we'll need to be prepared for.
Well, if we know what we gotta do, then all that's left is to go do it.
That's right. It's our turn now.
You can leave one of the salt pails to the Liberal team.
It's a good team.
We just gotta decide on which of us is going.
The same for us in the SS as members of the Radiant Wings. Let us help clear a path for you and the others.
Estelle, Lloyd, everyone.
Aw, you guys.
Guess we should have seen this coming, huh?
You can count on us, too.
Oh, the Stahlritter.
Duvali.
Are you
Or
sure?
the Eisenritter.
Yes.
Oh,
Since my lord's passing, I've
it's
managed to clear my mind a bit.
The time has come for the Stahlritter to unite once more, to see our Lord's will done.
Our lord saw fit to grant you her power. It's our duty to carry her torch to light your way.
All of you.
Don't forget to save some seats for us, huh?
oh, hey, Xeno and Leo.
We'll be teaming up with those Stahlritter gals, if that's okay.
The boss would have wanted as much from us.
Xeno, Leo.
Sheesh. This is one hell of a lineup.
We're getting all the Giga Squad.
In that case, you can add Sharon and me to the list of volunteers.
As maid of the Reinford family, I would be honored if you would allow me to fulfill this particular role.
Angie! You too, Sharon?
Lady Angelica and I have also suffered at the hands of our foes. After careful discussion, we have decided it would only be appropriate to return the favor.
From what I hear, Lieutenant Colonel Mueller will be returning to the Courageous 2 tomorrow. I figured I'd leave the steering up to the expert, so I can get back to kicking some ass.
I mean, kicking ass, Mueller's better an expert at kicking ass than you two, Angelica, so, you know.
Sharon, Angelica.
I'd rather have Mueller Vander on the team than Angelica, to be honest.
Then you can count me in too.
Can't let you do that, Toa. We need you here. You've got both the Courageous 2 and the entire operation to look after.
Angelica's right. I'd very much prefer you to remain at your post.
I'll be on the bridge as well. But even then, I suspect we'll have our hands full manning the air defenses.
There's no need for concern, Toa. We're all in this together. Every one of us has their own part to play. Thank you, both of you. But still, we can't just send them out by themselves.
And I guess you'll just have to let me join them.
George!
Huh, so that's why you two were acting weird.
I'm sure you must think I have no right to come back like this. And I can't possibly make up for everything I've done. But I'm going to help anyway. Because I'd rather not get the same failing marks Franz did.
George.
So that makes 3. Not as many as I'd like, but...
Then allow me to lend you a hand.
Oh, Rose is invading too, huh?
Grandmother. I fulfilled my duty as a witch, and Leanne has passed. Now that I have played my part, I may as well bloom one final time for you young folk. Were we to add my strength to that of the Ragnar girl, a former gnome, and the Reinford maid, would that be sufficient?
That'd be more than enough. But if it's possible, I'd prefer to have the curvier version of you come with us.
Damn, Angelica.
Angie, I don't think now's really the time.
It would be our pleasure to have you accompany us, Lady Roselia.
For crying out loud.
We now have 4 groups. Our forces have expanded considerably.
But what about the last pail?
You can leave that one to me.
Oh, Le Guin? Oh man, Le Guin's got Bauer.
Principal Le Guin?
Aren't you supposed to be focusing on all that meal mirage stuff?
Certainly. But the plan has always been to leave the first day of the operation in Wallace's hands. I'll be taking over tomorrow, once the war begins in earnest.
Lieutenant General Bright anticipates that both sides will spend the first day scouting, with perhaps a few light skirmishes at best. Presumably, General Van Dyke will mobilize the Imperial Army with a similar mindset.
All bets are off once that second day hits, however. Odds are, all 8 battlefronts will erupt into all-out carnage at about the same time.
The Imperial Army will likely be forced to a halt in both Liberl and Remiferia. You can expect they'll deploy their strongest armored divisions, the 3rd and 4th included, at that time.
Yeah, I thought that might be the case.
And the reason you're helping us out is so things don't get to that point, right?
Perhaps. It should be a suitable warm-up for the decisive battle to come, at least. Though, of course, I won't be going it alone.
Oh, we got Vita, Toval, and the Viscount, huh?
It's as the General says. We, too, will be assisting you. For the first day, anyway.
This will be my final duty as head of the Arcade School. I shall prove us worthy in succeeding the Sandlot name.
Don't know if I measure up to these three, but this is as good a chance as any to make up for all the time I lost.
Father! Toval!
I had a feeling Vita would show up to help. Can't pass up a chance to hog the spotlight, huh, Vita?
Show him what you can do, Zero Artisan.
Thank you. We couldn't be more lucky to have the four of you with us. That goes for the rest of you, too. Estelle, Lloyd, Duvalie, Angelica, Sharon, each and every one of you.
Indeed. And with that, I hereby declare Operation Shining Steel officially underway. We fly tomorrow at noon, as Mille Mirage and the World Serpent begin their clash.
We'll be rendezvousing with the rest of our allies in Michelin later today. This may be the last time we're all together, so we're planning to have a small celebration of sorts. We were hoping all of you could join us.
We got the Everybody Squad. Jumping in for some battle action. It's party time!
Yeah.
It would seem everything is coming along quite nicely. Yeah, this is the last place I'd expect to spend the night before a war. I still can't believe your dad booked the whole hotel out for us, and on a discount, too. Well, they weren't going to have any customers otherwise. It was really kind of a win-win situation, really. I see. In other words, Mishi has no choice but to entertain me for as long as I crave. Okay, Teotad, have some pity on the poor chump inside him, will ya? I just wish Noelle, Risha, and Shizuku could have made it too. Yeah, but at least we can look forward to seeing them after all this is over. Besides, Yona, Sully, and Cecile should be arriving any moment now. Oh, and it may please you to know my father's operation was a success. So I've heard. They say he's already started to come around, too. Really? Already? Wow, that's great news. His Majesty has been on all of our minds. That he has. This should help bring some hope back to the people. Ash, you don't get to go, you're the one who shot him. What a wonderful relief, right, Olivier? Quite so. I'll never be able to thank Dr. Sayland enough.
Sorry we're late.
Mueller. I had no idea Father and Toval would be coming. It's good to see you again, Duvalie. What happened to Lady Knights 2 and 3? They're running a bit late. The same applies to the two from Zephyr. Oh, okay. Patrick, you came all this way too? Indeed, I shall be supporting Operation Shining Steel from the field. I plan to visit His Majesty on behalf of my father as well, should time permit. I'm sure he'd appreciate that. We should request an audience with the Emperor ourselves, no? Probably, but it might be kind of tough to. That aside, we have yet a few more arrivals to introduce, ones that proved a tad more troubling to arrange. Come on, you guys, don't need to be shy.
Pardon us.
It's good to see you all again.
Dad? What are you doing here? George. So you came too. Like I said on call, I still don't know if I really deserve to be here. But once the operation starts tomorrow, I won't be moving out with anyone here other than Angie. I get how selfish this might sound, but I just wanted to see you all one last time. Oh, George, you big dumb lug. Yeah, what a soppy idiot. But he's our soppy idiot. George. What a soft-hearted disciple I found myself. Geez, you guys are just as melodramatic as Class 7 is. Well, I'm surprised you managed to make it here, Mr. Bright. It's more than surprising, it's practically unbelievable. Does that mean you're all done preparing for Mille Mirage, then? That's right, I'd like to say all is well, but that may be a bit preemptive. All in all, I'd say our chances are 60% against us. Though with General Van Dyke as our opponent, even that level of optimism may be misplaced. I see. We believe in you, Dad. Yes, we're very grateful for all you've been doing. Though my work as commander of tomorrow's operation has concluded for tonight, I thought perhaps I'd come and visit, both both to wish you every success in Operation Shining Steel, and to see where I might lend you our aid. Oh, and one other thing. I have a message to pass along. How serendipitous it is that our promised imbibement should arrive so soon. We do have a few guests we're still waiting on, but what say we head to our venue for now? Sure thing. Grandfather finished preparing the guest house for us earlier. Speaker McDowell did all that just for us? That's very kind of him. I'll have to take the opportunity to thank him in person. Well, what are we waiting for? Let the celebration begin. God damn it. I know what that means. Let's talk to everybody like 30 times. And thus, in the guest house of Mishlam's Villa grounds, did the send-off party from Mille Mirage commence. Class 7's new and old sat among their fellow instructors, alumni, and classmates. The Liberally Embracers, the Special Support Section, members of the Septian Church, and Hexen clan alike. And even those visiting from Calvert and Remiferia had all come as one to join in the festivities. Together they mingled, if only for tonight, enjoying food and conversation in the warm comforts of camaraderie. Laughs were exchanged on the eve of war as they each shared their hopes of what the morning would bring. And then... Are you ready for a party? Nighttime beach party.
Oh.
With volleyball and lanterns. And barbecue. And more lanterns. So many lanterns. Ghost Millium can float around with us now. Ghost Millium was hanging out with Eustace. Yeah, Ghost Millium.
Yeah, not that great.
That's better than nothing, you shut your dirty mouth.
No.
Shut it. Your mouth is dirty. Keep it closed. Lest the flies spew forth their Beelzebub. It is the best thing we could have hoped for. It's Millium, and Millium is great. You leave Millium's ghost alone. Got it? Millium is awesome. I miss her. We can still talk and hang out with her. Got it? Good. She is good luck charm. Seems everyone's still got plenty of party left in them. Night's still young, after all, plus we got the whole park to ourselves, too. That reminds me, why don't you give us a performance, Elliot? Yeah, I've still got goosebumps from the last time I heard that violin of yours. Really? I mean, I'd love to, but where would I even play? Hey, wait a minute, where did Eustace run off to? I believe he went to go find Millium earlier. That does sound like something he might do. This is their last night together, after all. Yeah. Looks like George and Jellic are getting into some time alone themselves. That said, don't you guys have any special summons of your own you should be spending the evening with? Quality guide time is great and all, but tonight could be the night, you know? Okay, we all see what you're getting at. They do have a point, though. Yeah, now he's got me thinking. Well, I know a certain guy who's got more to think on than all of us combined. Indeed. Rather irritating when you put it that way. Don't all look at Reed, he doesn't know any better. Why are you all looking at me? Grats, Lloyd, you're not the most clueless guy in the room for once. I'm nowhere near as bad as him, at least I have some self-awareness. I'd say you're about the same, but Reed does have quite a few more options. Bet that's easy for you to say, lover boy. In any case, it's just as you said. This may very well be our final night. You especially will have more than a few things to make clear tonight. Yeah, I bet you have tons of girls confess their love to you as it is already. Well, Either way, you won't want to wake up tomorrow with any regrets. Indeed, you should let a certain individual know how you feel, no matter where those feelings may lie. Patrick. Elise. Yeah. You're right. I know what I have to do. You'll have to give her your answer sooner or later. He's right. Tonight might be the best chance you'll get. Anyway, let's go enjoy whatever evening we've got left. Should be plenty for us to do between the beach and the park. They're also keeping the stores here in the center open for us too. There's still a load of fun to be had, with or without that special gal. Oh, before I forget, my dad had something he wanted to tell you, Reed. You should go and see him when you get the chance. Yeah, sure thing. Anyway, you guys have a good time out there. We will. See you later. Alright, Reen's gotta go be the gal master. I've been trying to keep my roles and sacrifice out of my mind, but Crow was right. I don't want to end this with any regrets. I'll need to find the opportunity to speak with Cassius, too. And with Valimar, now that we can again. Then there's these tickets His Highness gave me. I may as well use them while I can. I'll have to make sure to give everyone here my thanks, and, of course, get my feelings out in the open. Eventide, Night of Promises. These special tickets can be used during the send-off party to participate in various attractions with a special companion of your choice. You can deepen bonds like normal bonding events. Choosing a member you have formed a close bond with may trigger a special event in the future. The companion you can invite depends on the attraction, so use your tickets wisely. You can progress the main storyline once you have used all 5 tickets and seen all major events. What's the difference between Jubilee's personal outfit and the outfit she's currently wearing? There isn't one. Alright, schoolgirl Jubilee for a while. Okay. Alright, well, we'll do that next time. Until then, everybody.
Until then.
Party time! Woo!